Andrew, when will you be back on the extravaganza?
After the podcast tour is done.
Yep. Workademics sends in another $5. Let the record show he never answered the prenup and non-state marriage question or how he was stupid for his polling data question. Lol, Andrew, here's your L. This guy, man, no
Well, here, let
sense.
me. Well, I appreciate the super chat, so I'll try to answer the questions in order.
Yep.
When I brought up the prenup, I was adding it as an addendum for ways to mitigate risk and he agreed. So I just answered that question. You agree, right? I brought up the idea of a prenup or no state marriage as being things in which you can do in order to mitigate risk. And then what was the last thing he said?
Let the record never answer the prenup or non-state marriage or how you were stupid for your polling data question.
How was I stupid for my polling data question?
I don't
What
know.
was the polling data question? Oh, when
Uh,
I asked him, because it was a reverse criticism. His criticism was, I know that you logically demonstrated that this is true using my own logic, which is his logic is if you don't have a state marriage, your chance of getting divorced go down. I agree with that. And he says, but where's your polling data that people who don't have a state marriage, the divorce goes down? And so I'm like, well, we already agreed to that. So then he started asking me about a poll. He was like, well, do you have a poll on people who have an ecclesiastic only marriage without a state certificate? Right? Which makes no sense. Why would you need it if we already agree that that if you don't have a state marriage, your chance of divorce significantly decrease? Obviously, in fact, they're almost impossible, right? So why would I need a poll for that? It makes no sense. And so I was reversing the criticism at him, and I was like, "Do you have a poll for how many people your books helped?" And your chat putting ones is not a poll, so that's not how that works. So anyway, all your criticisms answered there, bro.